Today's question is a doozy. What are my beliefs about the afterlife? Like most people, thinking about my death is very, very difficult. Contemplating death, it's been said, is like staring into the sun. You can only look at it very, very briefly. I don't know what happens when we die. I don't know. Is there an afterlife? I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't even I don't have any direct experience of there being an afterlife by virtue of the fact that I am alive. And so it feels like I don't even have any grounds to really pontificate. Is that the right word? In that area. The idea of an afterlife. I mean, I can tell you as a kid, I pictured it as the classic, you're up in a place on a bunch of clouds and you can do whatever the heck you want to. I remember as a kid, like if I was curious about something, something I was pretty sure I would never figure out. I was like, hey God, in the afterlife, can you go ahead and show me this? Like, can you give me this answer and this answer and this answer? Like I was sort of stockpiling all my things that I wanted to know when I was up in the big fluffy cloud place. Isn't that interesting? That was what I wanted the most out of the afterlife. More than any of all the cool stuff that I could get, which I certainly fantasized about too. There were certain things that I just wanted to have answers to. I wanted to have unlimited answers. Now, in the context of what I've learned about consciousness, reality, stuff that I've read that, again, I do not have firsthand experience of, but from what I've heard, death is very similar to an enlightenment experience. When you die, you are completely, fully truth realized. No matter what state you were in when you were awake, even if you weren't an enlightened monk, in death, you have completely shed your ego and you are just one with ultimate truth. So maybe what I was getting at as a kid with all these things that I wanted to know in the afterlife, once I got there, maybe that has some resonance now. Maybe death is the ultimate confrontation with truth. I can tell you death still scares me. As much as I want to pretend like it doesn't, it does. And even as a kid, when I believed in the standard fluffy cloud paradise, dying still freaked me out. The idea of it still freaked me out. You're always just worried it's gonna hurt or one thing or another. Why are we so scared of it? I don't know. I just know that I am. I like what the book Staring at the Sun says. Is like, we don't get overly anxious thinking about the time before we were born, even though we were in the same state that will be after we die, a state of just not existing. I also like what I heard some guy say it on the Eric Andre show, and he was quoting Timothy Leary. He said, when you dream, a dream only lasts a little bit of time, but it feels like forever. Well, when you die, your brain goes into hyper dream state or whatever for a certain number of minutes that feels like an eternity. So maybe that's what the afterlife is. It's just a great big infinite dream. You lie on your deathbed, you close your eyes, and then you just dream forever. And that would sort of make sense with what people say about the afterlife, and that whatever you're carrying with you to your deathbed, you're probably going to dream about. Any stuff that you haven't resolved is probably going to be faced within the infinite dream. And again, that's just another theory. I've heard accounts of people whose brain activity was completely shut off in some state. still having some kind of afterlife experience. And whether it was true or not, I don't know. But that's my point through all of this. The point through everything is that I don't know. But it's just another interesting idea. Like, it's not even a dream, because, like, it might have nothing to do with the brain. Yeah, it's just like... I just don't have any beliefs about the afterlife. I keep saying that I don't really like the word beliefs all that much. I mean, I have beliefs, sure, but I don't want to attach any of them to myself permanently. I don't want to indulge in just taking up beliefs. This sounds, or I think about it, true enough. You know, it seems true enough, and so I'll just accept it. I'm open to the idea of an afterlife, is maybe what I can say. But I'm open to the idea of just about anything. The selfish part of me really wants to see a few distinct people in the afterlife, though. If that could be true, at least, you get to reunite with some people, that'd be really cool.